Yeah, for the marketing and basically most of the world these days, my builder, she takes care. I really thank God, like I have got such a good partner, like sitting not only for my life but for my business also.
So
Yeah.
yeah, we actually kind of like since he said a lot about me, but then of course we do all the things together. As a mother, like we generally say like women's are like are like have a lot of hands.
Hi, Dilek, Namaste. My name is Wangdue Dorjee. I am a Tibetan parliamentarian of Exile government, and I'm also an executive member of Welfare Society of Central Dokam Trishi Gandru and co-founder of Tibet Foods. And my wife,
So my name is Tsering, and so as a couple, we've been started this company on 2019. Like before, like when we started this company, I was actually kind of freelancing as a PR, and also started my own kind of e-commerce company called Yaku. And when we actually got married in 2017, and after 2 years, like with lots of discussion and as the idea of founding this Tibet Foods is Wangdu. So we actually like discussed a lot about how we how this product Tsampa is beneficial for like a lot of people.
I got this idea of what to say Tibet Foods products. Basically, being a Tibetan and living in a Himalaya, like we had been eating tsamba and traditional this Tibetan tsamba for more than 4,000 years. But then, like living in exile, we were born in India. For me personally, I was never really attracted to our traditional food tsamba. But then it's been more than 15 years when I started looking after my old parents. Then, since they were diabetic patient also, so whenever I used to take them to doctors, especially to our Tibetan herbal, like what to say, traditional doctors, they are also know they're also called Sawaripa medicines. So they used to recommend, like what to say, our traditional food made out of barley, which is known as samba. And at the same time, Indian doctors also they used to recommend the barley made products. So that's how personal on a personal level, I realized that samba, which we had been eating for more than for so many centuries, it is really like beneficial for the diabetic patient, but at the same time because of its nutritious like a level, which is really like vitamin mineral, it is really highly nutritious food. So like which we had been eating for so many years, I felt the responsibility that we should give it to the world also, the secret of Himalayan like health benefits food. So that's how like before marriage, when we got married, before then that I used to discuss with sharing about the the secret of the Himalayan food, that samba, the how it is good for the sick people, and especially the people who are really health conscious. It will be really good for them. That's how we started talking, and then after marriage in the 2019, then finally we launched Tibet Foods. Since it is really nutritious, it has so much of like the special thing is like it is rich in fiber, and it has a long chain of carbohydrate, which is really good for the sportsman, for the mountaineers, for the soldiers. Like being a Tibetan, we have a long history, that Tibetan plateau, at the same time the Himalayan region, the climate is really harsh. So these days, people in the modern days, people they really look for the instant food. But for the Tibetans and for the Himalayan people, since because of the harsh climate, and then barley being the only crop which used to grow, in the olden days on the Himalayas. So then all the nomads, all the like what to say, the soldiers, for them the best food, it used to be the nutty tasted barley flour, which we call Tsamba. So for any kind of sportsman, which we like, in the Tibet and in the Himalaya, which we used to, go for the Tsamba because of its nutritious benefits, And if we look back to the Roman civilization also, during in the Roman time, all those gladiators, the sportsmen, which we have seen in the movies of 2000 of Russell Crowe, starrer movie. The gladiators normally we have all of them. They are vegetarian, and then at the same time, those gladiators, they used to eat mostly barley, and they were also known as hordiari, the barley men. So that shows, there are so many, what to say, examples, where the sportsmen, the soldiers, at the same time, the mountaineers for Tibetans, we have a history of, coming from Tibet to India, by crossing the Himalayas, just eating tsamba. These days when the mountaineers, when they go to the mountains to climb Himalayas, they take so much of, instant healthy foods with them. But for Tibetans, for the Himalayas, when we climb the Himalayas, we go only with the tsamba. These days we have so many options, but back in those days we never had any options. So these are the examples. These are the real life examples. When we can really see that, okay, these barley made products are really nutritious and really beneficial.
The couple started this business in 2019 and working on B2B and B2C model. They have consumers of Tibet Foods in Delhi, some parts of South India, Northeast states, and unquestionably in Himachal Pradesh. Just in 2 years, they have reached to consumers from Northeast to South India, which clearly shows their determination and hard work.
For the marketing and basically most of the work these days, my belief, she takes care. She does how to advertise and how to connect with the customers, either it's B2B or B2C. Yeah, please can you explain a little bit more?
So I've been looking for the marketing for this our production, and so from when we actually started, we started distributing our product at Dharamsala area at Makrutganj, and then to some areas in lower Dharamsala, and then we gradually started distributing it in South India, Bailagobi, Mungod, and then few places in Darjeeling and Kalimpong and all. So from 2019 when we started, it was actually kind of very very good what you call response from the customers. But because of COVID-19, from 2020 and 21, we didn't really had that much good response as we were expecting. So we actually tried to do more in this year 2022 by selling reaching through the Amazon and also to the different website as well. So generally, we have a kind of different kind of responsibilities, but then overall, looking after all the administration, he handled it. And but in terms of marketing, a kind of digital approach, more of the things in terms of marketing, I handled it. So yeah, sometimes it happens when we have a discussion because of packaging, there are a lot of things to be done, like packaging design and everything. So we need a lot of ideas. Sometimes it happens we actually don't come up with the same ideas, but then we actually end up with the whichever have more better points, we actually end up with this decision. So
Yeah, I want to just not only about the business, but at a personal level, I believe that like uh, everyone they have they are born with a karma, and I feel really fortunate, fortunate enough to get a real life partner like Tsering, because I had a vision, of Tibet Foods, but without a partner like Sitting, I don't think we could have, I could have, gone so far, like right now, even if it's not that big, but at the same time, the idea, the vision which I saw, we are practically right now doing it. It's all on the floor, and we are in, like, many households right now in whole India. Not as a big brand, but as a startup. I believe, that with Sitting, I feel like we are doing great, and I feel really lucky, like, even if for me, on a personal level, I'm working with the exiled Tibetan government, and then I'm connected with NGOs and all, and I'm most of the time I'm always busy with the social work. But then, on the other hand, our business is going, and I want to just give all the credit to Tsering. Even if like, we do discuss about work, we do, like, plan, for 2022 what we are going to do. I do talk to people, but then without Tsering, I don't think it would have been possible. So I really thank God, like, I have got such a good partner, like Tsering, not only for my life but for my business also.
So yeah, we actually kind of, like, since he said a lot about me, but then of course we do all the things together. Like, we where like any kind of decision we actually discuss, and then we come up with the decision. So actually, it's more about, like, working together rather than being doing separately. So it's more of teamwork as a couple. Yeah. As a mother, like we generally say, like, women's are, like, are like have a lot of hands. So generally, like, as a mother, yeah, that's really true. Like, when you started a business and then you also have, like, kids to look after, it's quite challenging. But then because of his coordination, like, we have helpers, like, so even though, like, like, there are many situations that come across, like, you feel like you have to do the, like, business, you have to look after kids. There are a lot of situations like that, but then at the end of the at the end of the day, we feel that whatever we try to do, it's also for our kids. Like, the business that we're trying to do, that will be in long term, that will be up for our children. So yes, as a woman, as a mother, like, you definitely have to give more energy, more time to your business, also as to your children. But then like, if I look at the results, like, if I can, uh, visualize after 5 years, like, I can feel that, like, whatever I'm doing, it's not just as a business. I'm also kind of, creating a, better future for our children.
Now I've seen, I realized that uh, the mothers, the wives, especially all the women in the world, they have been really great. They all have a superpower. So with this in this through this platform, I want to, thank and salute to all the, like, mothers, daughters, and, all the females. Yeah. Our vision is, like, of Tibetan foods or Himalayan foods is, to preserve and promote centuries-old Tibetan food. At the same time, to promote in a bigger market. Right now, we have been using through, like, on online platform, then to few shops in India. But at the same time, we are targeting the bigger market, the big Indian market, and then at the same time the international market. Then the second thing, we are looking forward, to create a sustainable environment. If we are going to really capture the big market, then we can also create a sustainable environment in the Himalayan villages, and then we are planning to support the farmers also. For example, like the Spiti Farmers Association, they have also, like, in touch with us. Then at the same time, we are looking forward to connect with the, nomads and the villagers, in the future, to have then. This is another, our aim, to create a sustainable, environment in the villages. So then, not right now, we have two products, Tsamba and the Netu. But then we have so many precious and healthy foods, in Himalaya. So we are coming up with many new products also. And for that, like my beautiful wife will say about our new products. Yeah.
So, so as you know that we have like two product right now, Tsampa and Netu. So, like it's been like a plan from like a very long time that we are coming up with a few more products that related with the barley. Like we are coming planning to come. We're planning with the Tsampa with the different kind of varieties, like Tsampa mixed with seeds, and like in Netu also mixed with the different Himalayan dry fruits and all. But yeah, and as of now, so for this coming year, like in this coming for this year coming month, we are coming up with the like cookies, and cookies with the two different varieties, like normal cookies, and also with the cookies that is beneficial for the diabetes patient, like a diabetic, a pro kind of cookies.
Tibet Food is bootstrapped. Most of the work is done by couple along with a small team, and they are ready to serve the world with delicious yet nutritious food. There are some tasty yet healthy delicacies of every India state which works like magic for health conscious people. But the secret of Himalayan's fitness is out, so don't wait. You can order Tibet food from Amazon and taste the divine food of Himalayas.
I must say, it's just that we haven't like the Himalayan people, the Tibetan people, we haven't promoted real traditional food of 4,000 years to the bigger market and to the Indian market. So this is the time now. I believe all the health conscious people should try this. The Amrit of Himalaya.